What's going on YouTube? Falcon coming at you with another Doing It with War Duel thing. This one's against Fuzzy Nugget, as you can see. This is another hero mirror match. I had this one like 5 or 10 minutes after the last one. But yeah, anyway, let's get right into this. My opening hand is alright. Open up with Ryo. I'm just going to set Ryo to MSC, that's all I really can do. But this is before I knew it was a hero mirror match, so I'm like, fuck, this hand isn't that great, you know. So, my opponent can opt to set one, and for some reason I just MST on during my turn instead of doing it at his end phase. I don't remember what I was thinking. I think I was thinking that even if I MST and he has Gores, I really don't want to have to deal with it. I think that was my thought process, which is probably why I waited, but even then I still didn't really have a plan for Gores. This, like I said, this is still before I knew this was a hero mirror match, so I'm just going to keep attacking with Ryo, because really all I can do. If he has another monster, like or something, if he has a deep prison, I guess I'll just lose. So that really wasn't the most optimal play for me to do, but I did it anyway. So I figure since he didn't deep prison Ryo last turn, that it's probably nothing to worry about since he didn't deep prison or Mirror Force. So I'm just gonna set E-Call here, just so I set something. I take it back, and I actually decided to set Gemini Spark instead, because he would know what I was playing either way if I set either one. So I'm just gonna MST. And then he's gonna set two more. I think he only sets two more. I think he waits a little while before he finally decides what he's gonna do. Yeah, he sets three more. So I'm just like, fuck it, whatever. If he gets rid of Ryo, it's fine. I can E-Call, grab Alias or Shoutouts or whatever, and then just go from there. I'm just gonna attack for 19, and surprisingly it goes through. So I'm like, what do I do now? So I'm gonna set my second Gemini Spark like a fucking retard. I don't know why I did that, I guess just as a bluff. And here, he's feeling really cornered. So, there's not much for him to do, so he's just like, well, fuck, he's just like, Heavy Storm. And I'm like, alright, and he goes Starlight Road. I'm just like, dot. And he just didn't have any monsters. And at this point, I still didn't know he was playing. So, at least I think at this point I still didn't know what he was playing. And I'm just like, tears for you, guy. I mean, it sucks to be you. And then some of my friends are watching, they're just like, I don't know, I don't remember what they were saying. Carl Levender was talking to me, and then at some point Chimpack started talking to me. So I'm just like, I have the nuts now, because my hand is pretty fucking eventful. So what I'm going to end up doing is, I'm thinking for a little while, and I'm like, alright, I could Dark Hole, E-Call for Alias, Gemini Spark it, Monster Reborn it, and then hopefully go from there. So I believe what I end up doing is I contemplated summoning Bubbleman and going Excalibur, I think, for some reason. I'm like, no, the other play uses more limited cards, so let's go with that. And because it has a higher percentage of working, so I'm a Dark Hole. If he negates, it's whatever. If he doesn't negate, I don't know why he wouldn't. I don't know why he wouldn't negate. I'm just like Dark Hole, and people are still talking to me. And alright, I'm like, alright. So I'm like, alright, now I'll E-Call. I asked him, is it good? Because I was going to ask him, is it good? Because fucking E-Call. I know he can't Warning, so Warning would be dead. The only thing he could really do is Torrential or Bottomless. I'm summoning Alias, and I think he Torrentials here, and because that's really the only thing he can do. So I'm just gonna Gemini Spark. And I asked him if he had a response, because I don't know, maybe he wants a Judgment Tick. I don't fucking know. I mean, my friend Faith does that because he's a fucking asshole. And I hit the Warning, which is good. Then I top deck another Gemini Spark, so I'm like, okay, I definitely win this game now. Because I could just top deck Reborn Alias, Gemini Spark as last back row, then Miracle Fusion for game. And that's going to be the conclusion of the first match. And here's where I find he's playing heroes, because he has a Super Poly. And yeah, so we just go to game 2. And I'm like, fuck. I don't really know what to side. Well, I know what to side, I don't like siding, because usually mirror matches, you saw in the last video probably, side Snowman Eater, Cyber Dragon, and Torrentials. Oh, and my third deep prison. And I'm just like, what should I take out? I obviously have to take out the 2 Veilers. I take out the Hero Blast, because like I said, I'm only running 1 in this build right now. My actual build, I'm running 2. I'm flipping 41 cards. I end up taking out a Gemini Spark and a Crusader. Like, I've been doing a little bit more recently lately. It's been working out alright. Just dropping the Gemini Spark and the target for it. So I'm like, alright, you know, that's fine or whatever. And I'm just talking to Chimpact and Carlo, and I'm just like, Ryo went in on his life last game. So maybe we can have a repeat and have me not do much thinking or work. And I get a pretty alright opening hand. My opponent's gonna opt to summon Ryo, set 2 back row, and I'm like, alright, not bad. I'm like, I have double MST. I was supposed to summon Cyber Dragon, because that'll probably get rid of his Ryo, unless he has powerful back row. And if he has powerful back row, then he'll let the summon go through. And if he lets the summon go through, then I'll just proceed to MST both of his back row. So, he's thinking, and then he's like, alright. So I'm like, alright, so I'll just MST your back row now, because there's no reason for me not to. So, I'm going to MST the 1 back row, and he's going to end up chaining. It's going to end up being a compulsory evacuation device. And because he chained it, and targeted my Cyber Dragon, I know that he wants me to re-special summon my Cyber Dragon. So I'm like, alright, I can deal with that. And because he wants me to re-summon my Cyber Dragon, I'm pretty sure that back row is now a threat. So I'm just going to MST it right now. Granted, I was going to MST it anyway, but now I knew that it was a, if he's going to special, you know, compulse my Cyber Dragon, I knew it was a card to, you know, attempt to negate my summon. So, I'm going to re-special Cyber Dragon now. We're both about the same on resources at this point. That probably wasn't the best play for me to do, but it was just what I saw at the time, so that's just what I did. I'm pretty sure he negates, because he kind of has to negate. If he doesn't negate, then I know he has Honest. But if he does, he doesn't. So he negates. I'm just going to attack for 19. Set Deep Prison and pass. I believe he's going to summon Alias here and attempt to attack me. But as you saw, I set the Deep Prison, and as soon as I see the Alias, I just assume that people have the Gemini Spark. Like, personally, when I summon Alias, I don't like to summon it unless I have a Gemini Spark. Or, you know, if I have a good card like Warning, that's fine. So I'm like, oh, the summon's fine. And he has 3 cards in hand, so I'm like, he probably has a Spark. So I'm just going to Deep Prison. And he didn't have the Spark, so I'm like, not bad. So, he didn't have the Spark. Sucks to be him. Not like I have the Spark either. Last game I had all the Sparks, so. But, I'm just like, I was expecting the Spark. I'm pretty sure I told that to Shimpact. So I'm going to draw for turn at some point after he ends. Don't remember, it's gone. Chimpact's like, you're not playing Seal in this deck, because I was using the Troll deck before, which I'll be uploading later, that has me using Seal Calcos. And he just summons my Cyber Dragon. I'm just like, fuck. And, you know, he's going to set a back row. So, I'm going to set a Deep Prison and end my turn. As I was doing this duel, I was constantly thinking that maybe he might not attack me because I left my Ryo in attack mode. But then, you know, because he might think I have a powerful back row. But then I was like, you know, that doesn't really make sense, because you leave Ryo in attack mode, because if he had a big threat, like, or if he like normal summon Alias or something afterwards, then he could just attack over with Alias and then attack over Cyber Dragon. So then I'm like, fuck, I need to top deck something good, and I top deck my 3rd Deep Prison of the match. So after a Miracle, I'm just gonna Deep Prison the Shining, and he's just like, are you serious? What the fuck? And I'm just like, I'm the better player. I drew the Deep Prisons, and yeah. So he has 2 back row. I have 2 cards in hand, Alias and Super Poly. I'm not really concerned with his back row because he has no monsters. So I'm just going to set my Super Poly and end my turn, because there's really not much else for me to do. I'm going to MST my Super Poly. I'm like, alright, whatever. You have nothing on your field anyway. So I'm just going to attack direct with Ryo. I'm not going to summon anything either, because I could walk into a Torrential. I probably should have set the Duality, because it's dead. So I'm just going to attack now, and it's Honest. I was thinking it would be a Snowman Eater. So I'm going to set the Judgment, and I'm just going to leave Duality in hand this game, as opposed to the last video where I said it and just didn't give a fuck about anything. Honest is going to stay on field for a while. I'm going to set Huge Rever is over, and end my turn, because that'll be clutch for later. And I'll also set the Duality now, in case he wants to Heavy Storm or something. So the reason I set the Huge Rev is over was because it's a good card. And oh no, the reason I ended like that and didn't summon Alias that turn is because if he wanted to Torrential or something, he couldn't. So I'll wait till I have protection for myself. So I'm just like looking at his graveyard. I'm like, all right, you know, warning's fine an Alias when I summon. So he has 3 cards in the hand now to my 1, but I have more Field Presence. So I'm just going to, I have game now at this point, because I have the Miracle, I have the Judgment, I have the Huge Driver's over, and he's at 300 life points, so not much you can do. So I'm just gonna normal summon Snowman Eater to try to like bait out like a Bottomless or something, not Bottomless, wow, Torrential or something, and he's like, okay, so I'm just gonna make a 0, because I'm pretty sure that's all I can make. Yeah, I can only make 0. Oh, well, to push for a game, I can make 0. And then I get a little cocky, I'm just like, I have the Judgment for your back row, so it's like, you could just scoop now. But he's just like, alright, because I guess he thought I was bluffing. So I'm just like, 0 attack, and you're like, Bottomless, I'm just like, Judgment, and you're just like, yeah. Well, yeah, it would have been game, you know, even if he, you know, even if I didn't Judgment that, there was no reason for me to Judgment. But yeah, that's going to be it for this duel. You guys know to like, comment, subscribe, good jazz, this is Kyle Cannon, I'll catch you next time. Later.